Morning, friends. Pastor Chuck Blair here. Great to have you joining me this morning on this beautiful spring morning here. And what I wanted to share on today is a little sidelight, taking a little time out from our normal course. And it's just a beautiful concept. And I heard it last night in a podcast, and I've heard it many times actually, but I thought, boy, it's worthwhile for us to just all share today and to just all think about today, because it certainly is impactful to me anytime I hear it. And it's the idea of the 3 mile per hour God. So that idea comes from a theologian over in Japan, and he made a beautiful observation. He said, isn't it interesting, that Jesus walked this earth at 3 miles per hour? And the fact is, we rarely do anything at 3 miles per hour. We are racing around at 90 miles per hour plus, and that's just our modern lives. And yet his point is that if we're really going to learn to follow Jesus, our job is to rediscover the 3 mile per hour God. In other words, a God that moves as fast as we can walk. Now that's a pretty profound point, because you think about it, folks, with our 90 mile per hour lives, it's oftentimes hard to remember, even acknowledge that there's this spirituality that's just kind of moving along very slowly and steadily at 3 miles per hour, because we're way out in front. And it's a place where, at least for me, and I imagine for many of you, we're at 90 miles per hour, God's at 3, so we lose track of our spiritual lives. We lose track of what really matters in life. And why is it important to remember that 3 mile per hour God? For this very simple reason. Obviously, because it connects us to God, like we know that, but God's primary concern, and may sound a little strange, is not that we be connected with Him, but that we be connected with each other. That's where Jesus is constantly, saying, look, I'm going to point you outward. Look, I'm going to point you outward. Look, I'm going to point you outward. That's the message over and over and over and over and over again. You want to know from a Christian New Church perspective, you want to know how to love God? Love other people. It's that simple. And in loving other people, we love God. It becomes this virtuous cycle. It's a little like I think about parenting, right? And one of the real beauties of adult children, at least thankfully with our adult children, is they really care about each other. And in a way, as a parent, that's the greatest way I feel like they can show love to their parents, is by showing love to each other. That is what really matters in the end. And it's the same with how God holds things, like that 3 mile per hour, and the slowing down enough that we just simply have this much more sustainable rhythm to our lives. And 3 miles per hour will allow you to connect with other people. So where might that show up for you today? Maybe it will show up as you're checking out, and you just have a little like check in with some cashier, just a little comment, a little like, hello, how are you? Maybe it may be a little text message with someone, maybe literally going on a walk with someone, going on a walk with a child, or going on a walk with a friend. Just something that really slows you down to 3 miles per hour. That's what you want to focus on today. And I think what you'll find is that you really will find the 3 mile per hour God. So our job for today is to take that little speedometer, turn it back, and put your cruise control onto 3 miles per hour, at least for part of the day, and just see what happens. So hope that makes sense, my friends. And what we're going to do now we're going to do a little meditation, a little prayer, a little blessing. And for those of you joining us for the first time, this is where we really slow down, where we really go back to 3 miles per hour, and just try to have a couple of minutes here of sort of poetic silence. And we do that by taking a look at a little piece of scripture, a little meditative piece of scripture. We do that by hearing the Lord's Prayer, and we do that by hearing a little blessing. And then I'm going to try, I don't have my phone with me, so I'm going to try to see on social media if I can do a both and sort of say hi to folks on social media via my computer. So that is a big technological hurdle for me. So we'll see if we can figure that out. But let's at least get this part figured out, which is our 3 mile per hour part. So friends, let's all get a big breath. Passage of scripture. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I Be still and know that. Be still and know. Be still and be still. Be. Our Father, who art in the heavens, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, as in heaven, so upon the earth. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we also forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you, bring you peace, and bring you home. Amen. All right, dear friends, let's take a quick look here and see if we can figure this part out. Just hold on your horses there. And again, I hope you're all having a great day planned ahead. I certainly do. Going to take a little time off this afternoon, which will be great. All right. Let's see the comments we have here. All right. Comments here. Sherry, I get to slow down with my granddaughter and her son today. Yeah, it's funny. Sherry's thinking about that a little bit with just going on a walk with my grandson a couple of weeks ago, and it just was very, 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 very slow, which was beautiful. Gene writes, good morning, Chuck. Glad to be here live. Gene, it is wonderful to have you here joining us live. Marcus, good morning to you, buddy, and I hope you're doing well. Martha, that's about the pace I'm walking these days, and I have to think about God joining me. That's beautiful, Martha. And just so you know, Martha, I'm outing you. You're a runner, so I'm sure 3 miles per hour is a bit of a switch for you. So let me flip over on to see if we can do it here. And I managed to figure this all out today. I will be. I don't know. I don't want to say a tech expert, but I'll be happy I figured it out. Put it that way. All righty. And we did figure it out. Good. All right. 3 comments over here. Melissa, good morning. Happy Wednesday. And Melissa, good morning to you. Happy Wednesday to you. Hope you're doing well with that beautiful family of yours as well. Linda, good morning to you. And Linda, I'm starting to get excited about our Friday dinner gathering. I think that is always a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to that. Sherry writes, morning all. Thank you for writing that, Sherry. Great to have you joining us this morning as well. And my dear buddy Rick, Jacksonville, Florida, man on the move. So Rick, always great to have you tuning in from different places. That makes it a lot of fun. So friends, just wishing you all the best. May you have a day with a lot of 3 mile per hour ishness, if that makes sense. A day with some slowness to it. So take care. God bless. We will see you come next. See you come tomorrow. And blessings on your day. Bye-bye.